Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars versus Patrick Mahomes and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Tropical moisture in the air tonight. We're in for a wet and rainy one under the lights here at Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Right to the air is Mahomes. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
What a start here to the ball game. You get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And they'll get this down to the 10. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Steelers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field. It can take off and run when under duress.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On third down, Lawrence. That is caught. There he goes left side. Now inside the 25. Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 72 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Jags are going to have it here just past the 25.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And the Jaguars are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd down, Lawrence looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he is going to have a Jags first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A gain of 3, second down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Mahomes now to throw. That is caught at the 7. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open.
Through the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brian Thomas.
60 yards.
And the Jags have cut it back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On play action, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Here's Mahomes to throw.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Down right around the 25.
Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Mahomes to throw on second down.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, turnabout is fair play, I guess. They had a pick 6 against them earlier, and now this defense, Charles, they get a pick 6 of their own.
And for a moment, let's just set aside how it impacts the scoreboard, because how about the response? One defense gets the pick 6, the other comes back and matches it. These are 2 defenses that are planning on winning the game for their teams themselves.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now here's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Gets this one to Hill. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Mahomes now on first down.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Harris, touchdown, Pittsburgh. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up and down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes.
Got his man. It's Warren.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They've been stopped twice at the 1. Can they finally break through on 3rd and goal? Now Mahomes steps away to his left. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Patrick Mahomes punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And again, it's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this 1st half. So not only is that his third touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
And now out come the Jags.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or 2.
It's complete downfield, out left to his running back. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne,
54 yards.
And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 44 yards.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
They'll roll him out right. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. They hand this off to Harris. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Flushed out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Patrick Mahomes, a 3-yard touchdown run, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with it.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
ETN up the middle.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Lawrence will throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll run with ETN.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw.
Tyreek Hill's got another one.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Here's Lawrence.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
He will find Davis on the left side, complete.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Lawrence on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
Flush to his right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime.
Apologies to Coach. Cut him short. We'll talk to him post-game. We got business to get down to. Third quarter action ready to go.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They go play fake. Mahomes. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And the Jags are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
40 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
And his throw is incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. .31 yards on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Mahomes again.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
Touchdown!
Justin Jefferson.
46 yards.
And the Steelers just continue to roll. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, and the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Harris. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Now Mahomes.
It's Hill, complete. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 33 yards.
And the Steelers extend their lead yet again. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On second down, Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And Thomas has it. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Now Austin. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they have been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
after? Right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Mahomes now to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a bit.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Well, we've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage. And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of...
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags will take over here just shy of the 30.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8. Are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
A short throw there to Strange.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On play action, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Here's Austin. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
Josh Hines-Allen, his second sack of the night.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Antonio Johnson.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
2nd and a couple. Now Lawrence.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag. Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
A quick slant to Hill.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 34.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Warren is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Extra point now by Boswell. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays that...
There he goes, left side.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brian Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And he's free going down the left side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Flushed out right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
I think the defense surprised them there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And this one too low. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up,
touchdown! Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Steelers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Lawrence. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. A quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Again, it's Lawrence. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They run for it with Bigsby.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Eluding the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. You just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Mahomes now on first down. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be...
And now here is another interception. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 24. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
81 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. Here's 2nd and 3.
Mahomes going to throw. Rolling to his right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That is caught. He's across midfield.
And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 48 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
A I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Lawrence will throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
3rd and 2. Now Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
And they'll run with ETN.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now Lawrence.
His throw incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. Throw out wide is incomplete.
He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now this one complete on the slant route.
Inside the 10.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here's Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as he'll get this up to the 39. looking to throw, Lawrence.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Mahomes going to throw it here. Buying time to his left.
He's got this to Pickens.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Mahomes now on first down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.